In our yesterday session, we completed the predefined four functional interfaces as part of our Java language. And out of this, on top of this four, we do have few other functional interfaces, but these four are fundamental functional interfaces defined for every possible operation in Java language. So for example, if you go to the package, like what we said, java.util.function package, java.util.function package, you can find out all functional interfaces which are available in Java language. Yeah. So whenever we open this package, so we can identify all the predefined functional interfaces. If you observe here, we have by consumer, by function. So that means by consumer means, see, it is having an association with consumer functional interface. Association means not association, like somewhat similar to consumer functionality. What is a consumer functionality? It will accept a value, but it will not return anything, right? So that kind of functionality. But here, by means to. So if you go to the method, what it is saying, so if it is a regular consumer, if you go to the normal consumer, yeah, so this one. So if you see the consumer, what I said yesterday, it will take only one input value and nothing will be written. So in such cases, we will take accept. But when it comes to by consumer, so by represents two values. So that means it will accept two values. So if at any point of time, you are taking two input values and you don't want to return anything, and you have to implement a lambda expression, or you have to implement a solution instantly, then you can take by consumer. We can take by consumer. Okay, so that means T is first argument, second is U is second argument. So like that, all these are there. Like that, we have so many other functional interfaces like by consumer, by function. So what you can expect by function point of view. So if you observe here T U R, if it is generally function, what we can observe? We can observe only TR. That means one input value, one return value. But here, what these guys are saying, first argument, second argument, nothing but at method level, you will get two values, two input values, one return value, one return value. But in our function, what we understood, one input value, one method argument, nothing but, and one return value. So when our requirement point of view, similar to function interface functionality, but you have to accept two argument values, then you can go with by function. By function. So this is all. These are all functional interfaces are derived with this existing function consumer supplier and predicate point of view. Okay. So if you see here int consumer. So what is the meaning of int consumer is you can guess it. So it will accept only integer value. See here. So when our requirement is demanding a consumer functionality only, but it should accept only integer values. Then instead of taking a consumer like this, and you instead of defining, yeah, so instead of taking consumer like this, and here you will define the data type, right? So generally, what we will do, we will take consumer here. So consumer, we will take and we will define integer here. So that means it will accept only integer value in such case. But instead of doing this kind, you can directly take int consumer, int consumer. So then int consumer, and you are printing, whatever the value you are taking in this case is always about int value only. So now in this case, it will accept always int value. Why? Because if you taken like this, okay, let's do one thing. Yeah, so the above line is nothing but below line. Why? So the above one is a generic consumer functional interface and you define integer. So that means it will accept only integer value. In this case, the L will become always integer value like that. In this case, the L will become always integer value. But they given shortcut. I can call it as a shortcut functional interface for int consumer. So in this case, what? L is also an integer. In this case also, L is also an integer. So let's do consumer to something like that. So see here, integer, L is an integer, L is integer. So that is all. Instead of you are writing this, this full hand formation, so you can write this shorthand formation also by using this predefined functional interfaces. Now, if anybody is asking you in interview how many functional interfaces you know, you can tell all this. So you can tell like I know many things, like out of especially four or more primary, and out on top of four, even Java language implemented couple of other functional interfaces also, but shortcut and a functional interfaces point of view with respect to integer, long, double point of view, they given the things. Similarly, see for supplier, long predicate. What is the meaning of long predicate? Can you guess? So that means it will accept only, in this case, what? Test method, right? Predicate is always about test method. So in this case, what? It is accepting all only long value. Test method will take input argument, method argument only long. Why? The interface name itself long predicate. Long predicate. If you go to the predicate, what we can, so if you see here, generally predicate integer, predicate employee, predicate string. But if you taken the moment long predicate, what will happen? It will take only long value. So it will work only for long value. Single value only, but long value. If you taken by predicate, something like that, okay, if you yeah, by predicate, that means what will happen in this case? It will take two input values. By means two input values. It will take two input values as part of the test. So like that, please have a knowledge. At least you can understand, okay, from this 70 to 80 percentage of all functional interfaces from this. The moment you are having good knowledge in the predicate, supplier, consumer, function, you can understand all other things automatically. All other things automatically. So whenever you have a time, just try to create one example for all these functional interfaces. And it's okay. So it's a very simple. Just that's what. There is nothing you have to confuse. By predicate means two input values. Predicate means single input value. So similarly, long predicate means single input value only, but long data type, like that. So just small, okay, deviations will be there. You have to identify that, and then it's all same thing. But for all this, basics are predicate, supplier, and function, as well as consumer. So just take care of this whenever you have a time. So start looking into these functional interfaces. At least remember minimum 10 to 15 functional interfaces. So like int predicate, int consumer, like that, by predicate, by consumer. So then you at least you can say in interview like out of these four you can explain couple of other things also. Okay, so that is how you have to go through these functional interfaces which are provided from Java 8 onwards. Okay. Okay, see, yeah, just go through it. I given the link and I given you the hints also how to do that and all. So now let's move to the Stream API today. And what is the Stream API? What is the purpose of Stream API? And let's try to understand what is the importance of Stream API, how it is making, okay, the functional programming point of view, how it is improving the functional programming, as well as how it is reducing the regular programming how it is reducing the number of lines of logic also, we will try to understand. Okay, so first of all, what is a stream or what is a stream API? Here it is. Let's try to understand. Here it is. Yeah, so this feature is introduced from Java 8 only, guys. Okay, so from Java 8 only, this is introduced. And to make sure the stream API operations only, we have actually this functional interfaces and as well as lambda expressions, all these things into picture. So that means without functional interfaces and lambda expressions, we can't work with stream API. So in directly or directly only, not indirectly. The Stream API directly depends on functional interfaces and lambda expressions concept. So without this knowledge, we can't understand. Okay, now we are done with these things. And as well as we know how to write our own functional interfaces, our own lambda expressions, as well as we understood predefined functional interfaces also with respect to our class sessions. And now we are entering into Stream API. Okay. Okay. So in this case, that's what this is generally a became a powerful concept. This is a powerful concept to deal with collections, to deal with collections or data, collection of data in functional way, in functional way or declarative way. Fun- Yeah. So that means what is the functional way, what is the declarative way? We will say that. So generally, this Stream API will Stream API will enable manipulating data like filtering, filtering and mapping, collecting, or whatever it is, grouping, collecting the data, collecting the results, reducing all these things. Reducing, what is the reducing also you'll understand later. Okay. So in general, well, in a simple way, I'll try to tell you what is that mean. Yes. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Let's see here now. Let's understand a bit overview about Stream API now. Okay. Generally, what is a stream? In our day-to-day point of view, if you taken the stream means we have a flow, right? Like water stream. I mean, stream means generally it's just kind of flow, right? So generally we have a stream. Like I mean, this is all about generally we will represent in our point of view. Let's take a dictionary meaning of stream also. Streaming means just like flow of water, river, flow of river or whatever it is. Okay, a continuous flow of liquid air. So that means it's all that is what we are representing in the stream point of view, right? Yeah. So same thing. So that's why I just taken this point of diagram. Okay, let's take like this. Now it's all just like this is what we are considering like stream. So like one end to another end, something is being passing or flowing, whatever it is, stream we are considering. Now with respect to why in Java point of view stream API they given is, for example, now let's take a collection. So what is the relationship between collection and stream also? We will try to understand with this example. Let's see here. Now, what exactly the point of Stream API here it is? Why Stream API introduced here it is? For example, if you take in the collection means what? Like array list, linked list, hash set. These are all collection objects, right? So collection framework and collection objects. Now, for example, I taken array list. I taken array list. Now, in this case, I have array list means what? Okay, let's take like this. It's collection collection, nothing but for example I'm taking like some array list. array list. Okay, cool. Now, the moment if I set collection or array list, what it will have always, it will always have data or elements, right? One, two, three, four, okay, like that you have multiple objects or elements or values or elements, data, whatever it is. So simply you know that employee objects, student objects, integer values, string values, whatever it is. So you have many of values. So in an order or whatever it is, array list and all, you know that. So it's all about what? Data or elements. The group of values or group of elements or group of data or group of objects, whatever it is finally. Okay, fine. So this is the original source. This is the source of data. So in this case, this collection object, source of data. For example, assume all are employee object, for example. Okay. Now, in this case, this is the collection. Now, the moment I said, for example, one of the use case I taken like this. Use case is, hey, please filter all please filter all employee objects. Please filter all employee objects. Please filter all employee objects who are having salary greater than 50,000. Greater than 50,000. So what is my requirement here? It is you have group of array list of object. One array list object. Internally, you are having lot of employee objects. So what is the use case here? It is filter all employees who are having salary 50K. So for example, assume you have 2000, okay, 2000 records, 2000 objects. And out of 2000 objects, assume almost 700 people are having greater than 50K salary. So that means at the end, what will happen? 700 employees are having 50K salary. So how will you write all this into programming point of view? How will you write all this into programming point of view? So what we will do generally, let's take a small example for this. Then you will realize the real difference between Stream API and regular programming point of view. File, new project I'm taking instead of existing. Okay, so here I can take employee objects. Okay, no problem, we'll take. So let's take some properties. Private integer employee ID. I'm not taking more properties, just three properties I'll take with respect to salary point of view. Later we can add more properties also. Age. Okay, let's take double salary. Okay, I created a constructor for creating objects, Pojo class point of view. Okay, I'll override equals method also so that we'll easily understand. Sorry, toString method actually I want, not equals. So I can print what is the data available inside the object instead of hash code references. Okay, fine. So I have employee class now. Let's create array list from this. Yeah. So let's take, first of all, I'll take only just five to 10 employee objects. You can take array also, but let's take only array list only. Here I'll take employee and then employee. So we can take string also. I'll give those as assignment point of view. All employees dot add. Okay, let's do one thing. Instead of this way, okay, I'm creating a separate method to get all employees. So I'll prepare employee objects here. Even equal to new employee ID. So one comma, age 21, comma, salary, something 30,000, 3 lakhs. I will utilize same data for rest of the Steam API operation point of view also. So let's create 10 examples, no problem. Y1, E2, E3. Okay, so simply I'm adding one employee object to the array list and I will return this array list from here and I'll call this method from the main method or wherever I want I can call this method. Simply I'll get this data always. This data dump I'll get. So separate method instead of, okay, so two, it's better to ask ChatGPT to save all this time. I'll do next time. For next example, I'll do same thing. So 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay, I'll give some random age and some random salaries. Yeah, so I just have data. So let me get all this data, all employees. Okay, so what I will do, I will make it as a static method also so that I can easily call this method. Okay, so with this, what I have, so I have all employees. Now, what is my use case is this? First use case is get all employees whose age is, sorry, not age, salary, first point of view, salary is greater than 50K, greater than 50K. So this is what our requirement. We want to get all employees objects whose salary is greater than 50K. So if you are having 5,000 objects, 10,000 objects, whatever it is, you have to get all whose salary is greater than 50,000. So in general, without Stream API, like before Java 8 or in another solution point of view, what you will do? So if you don't have a Stream API point of view, so to do with respect to collection object, so in this case, array list is what collection object mostly, a group of elements, simply a group of values, a collection of values, a collection object, right? So what we will do to, we have to verify whose salary is 50K thousand and we have to pick up that ID, pick up that employee object, and finally we have to make a list of another list of employees who is having salary 50,000, another list, new list. So as a result, I want to get it. So for that, generally what we will do, first we will take the existing list and we will write the logic. What logic? So we will write like if employee, if employee dot get salary is greater than 50,000, greater than 50,000, then what we will do? If it is greater than or equal, okay, whatever it is, greater than or equal to, then what we will do? We will take one more list. So in this case, what we will do is one more array list we will take. One more array list I will take like again employees, employee, and here employees with 50K salary, something like that. I'm taking like this equal to new array list. So you created a new array list and you are adding that employee who's okay from this overall employee point of view, whoever is having greater than 50,000 salary, I'm adding them to this list. I'm adding them to this list. So then what's happened finally? Your logic is completed. Your logic is completed. So this is what you did here. This is what you did here. So that means finally your logic is completed. You will get all the things. For example, whether it is right or wrong, see it sys out of all employees with 50 salary K. I'm printing. So let's execute it. Yeah, see the output. You got employee ID 2. That means employee 2 is having more salary, 50,000. as well as employee 4 and employee 5 and employee 7, employee 8, employee 10. So almost 5 members are having greater than 50,000 salary, and you got all those information. Like whoever is having 51 greater than 50,000 salary, you got that list. No. So this is the way we used to do when it before the stream API point of view. And here what you are doing is, if you taken this collection, all employees point of view, so what this is the source, right? Yeah. So if you taken here, this all employees is the real collection object. Nothing but this is the source object. So in this case only, why I am calling it as source? Here only you have data. In this reference variable only, you have all the data, source data, which has to be processed. So on top of that, what you are doing? You are iterating it. So what we are doing? We are iterating. And then we are filtering. Filtering means what you are doing, you are making the conditions, like whatever it is. Finally you are filtering the data and you got the result. In this overall requirement, these are the things you did. So you have source of data. On top of source, you started filtering, iterating first on the directly on that source object, and then you are doing the conditions or whatever it is based on the requirement point of view you are doing. But here the ultimate case is, what you have to remember, you are iterating the collection object. The original source of array list, the original source of data, you are iterating it. And then you are making this conditions, logic, if conditions, all these things on top of that, and finally you are achieving result, right? So that means this is the way we used to do programming in before stream API point of view. Now when it comes to stream API, okay, let's take this example. Yeah, this is the logic we written. Yeah. So this is the logic we return with respect to this use case point of view out of all these employee objects. Okay, now second point is, when it comes to stream API, what is the point here it is? What is the stream API here it is? Now what exactly in this case stream API is saying in this case is, so now when it comes to stream API point of view, what exactly stream API is saying is, let's take collection object only again. Yeah. So with respect to stream API point of view, let's understand what exactly stream is trying to say here it is. So whenever we are applying stream API or stream functionality as part of this collection object level, what it was trying to say is, it is converting, it is internally. See, internally what it is doing is, the moment you applied stream on this, how to apply, how to make it as a stream, we will see that. The moment you converted this array list or this collection object into a stream, so internally what it will do is, it will not it will convert this entire collection into a stream flow, into a stream, nothing but all these values. See, it's all uh, the imagination point of view, how things are happening internally, guys. It's not like internally again they made some flow like water flow and all. No, it's not like that, just like that. Okay, it's all just the the naming convention just related to water flow, river flow, like that. Okay, so what these guys are doing is, they are making all these data elements, objects, whatever it is, all these objects of array list object into a stream point of view. So that means the original list, the original, see, this is the source, right? This is the source. Actually, this is the source. In earlier case, what you did, the source itself, you are directly started iterating it. If you observe here, what you started iterating it. in this case, the source itself. Directly you are working on the source. But what Stream API point of view happening here it is, the moment you are calling, that moment you are utilizing Stream API, what it will do is, it will convert the source of data into a stream again. It will convert into a stream again. So that means it's, now what happened guys in this case, finally, the entire collection again converted into a stream, again converted into a stream. So now, once it is converted to stream, generally, what you are going to do here it is, you are going to make the operations on this stream. You are going to make operations on this stream. So what? We are making the operations. So operations means what? Based on our requirement, filtering, mapping, like all this. So nothing but, for example, if you take in the same use case only, the same use case only I want. So now what I am doing to achieve this same use case, I'm writing the logic, or I'm utilizing some predefined methods or whatever it is. To achieve this requirement, I'm implementing the logic on this stream object. Now what is this? This is a stream object. See, in Java everything is a object only. So if you observe here, the actual source being converted into stream, nothing but a stream object. Now on that stream object, you are making the operations, and you are finally, by using that operations, you are getting the result. So by using that operation, finally you are getting the result. By using these operations, finally you are getting a result. Finally you are getting the result. So finally you are getting the result. So that means what is the point you have to understand here it is, when we are utilizing this stream API, it okay, when we are using stream API, what is going to happen here it is, the operations, the logic, whatever we are going to implement, filtering or mapping, whatever it is, the operations, what exactly we are trying to do to achieve a requirement, it's not happening directly on the source object. It's not happening. See, the operations, for example, to achieve this requirement, assume I written logic like this, some predicate I taken, whatever it is. So something like filter method, some method is there, filter method, I will come back, we will come back to that. So filter method is there, then you will write some predicate functionality here. So that means this, by using this filter and predicate point of view, you are filtering all employees who is having salary greater than 50K. But actually this operation is happening. The entire operation, the entire search operation, the entire filter operation is happened on the stream object level. This data being converted into stream, the entire collection data being converted into stream. So that means in this case, the entire things are happening. You are not touching, you are not operating directly on the collection object. So that means simply what I can say is, the collection of data, the elements of the group of elements, or the elements of collection of element, or collection of objects, or collection of values, simply converted into stream first. Once it is converted to stream, then on top of the stream you are making the operations and you are getting the result. So the overall result from where you got directly from the source, the real source, or from the stream, you got from the stream. So that means in this case what we did, we converted our collection object into stream. So then it is converted as a stream object. So internally stream, again what it is doing, it's having all these values again converted into, internally what's happening is, a stream object is converted and all these elements of the source again available into stream level. And on top of that stream we are performing the operations, and from that performance from those operations we are getting the desired result. So the expected or the required result we are getting from the stream. So in this case, we are not performing operations directly on the collection object. But if you go to the above point of view, what you are doing, you are directly making operation on the source itself. Okay. So what then you may get one doubt. So what is the advantage in that case? So what is the point? Okay, when we are directly making operation directly, whatever it is, we are directly doing, utilizing the direct source itself for to achieve the requirement, then what is the drawback in this case, or how we are going to see Stream API is a better when comparing with this approach. Okay, so here, yeah, so the whatever you said, like one layer, one extra layer is involved into this case, but here in this case you can't achieve the functional, I mean the declarative programming or functional style programming. But nowadays Java, the entire Java is implemented or rewritten, or we are going to rewrite as a functional style programming point of view. So in this case, the stream, I mean, I'll explain. I'll at last we will see the differences, or what are the advantages of the Stream API point of view. We will understand at last. Okay. So how much scalability or flexibility we are having with respect to Stream API. Once you take in the operations, then you will only realize how things are easy, how much easy it is, how much faster than regular approach point of view. You will understand. One small example I will take last. Okay. But what you have to remember is, this is what you have to remember. Let me give one moment. I think I have some diagrams prepared earlier. But I don't know where I have it. Here I have. Yeah, I have. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll open this diagram. See here, just I only prepared this diagram. I'll share these diagrams with you. See, this is what. In this case, what? Collection, input. And finally, you are converting that collection into stream. And on top of that stream, you are making the operations. And finally, after that operations, you will get the result. This is the story I explained you here now. So the original input collection level, you are not making any operations. You are making operations on the stream level. And then finally, based on the operations, you will get the result. So what is an operation? I'll come back. What is an operation and all? Point number one. And yeah, so this is the intermediate operations, terminal operations, I'll explain. Don't worry. Wait for some time. I'll just, sometime you have to wait. So again, the operations are categorized into intermediate and terminal. In interviews, this is the one of the topmost interview question. What is the difference between intermediate operation and a terminal operation? Or sometimes they will ask you what is a stream pipeline and all. I'll explain all this in detail. So these are all in detail options. So this is the high level we are discussing right now. Okay, leave it. These are not required. Stream pipeline. Okay, same diagram only. I just written in a better approach. But anyway, we will see what is a stream pipeline, what is the intermediate operation, what is a terminal operation. I'll come back. I'll explain. So just meanwhile, what I can do. Yeah, same thing. I just represented here. Okay. Anyway, I'll upload those diagrams also. I don't know why it's not copy pasting. Okay, so that those are the diagrams. Anyway, we are just taking into our own diagram also, but it's just like I prepared. Okay, so this is how the Stream API will happen. Now let's go back to the documentation of Stream API point of view. What is the Stream API and all? Let's see here. Yeah, Stream also we have. So if you see here, Java 8 onwards, we are having especially this and all. So if you see here, what is this, guys? From the java.util package and stream package, you have a stream interface. So what it is from this package, so Java implemented an interface. Yeah, T represents generics. That means you can pass some type of data, employee, student, string, integer point of view. So it's all about interface, right? And if you observe, yeah, so T is all about type of elements. We will see that interface stream and all. So if you see here, this is what we will come back to this map filter and all. We will understand. Leave it. So what they are trying to say here it is a sequence of elements supporting sequential and parallel. I will come back. Sequential and parallel also we'll see later. They just given how Stream API will work and all. You can ignore it. I'll explain that. So that means the moment you converted the regular collection object into stream, what will happen? Internally, an object, stream object will be created and that will be referred by the stream interface. Why? You know the principle, right? An interface can refer implemented class object. So interface can hold an object, but what? It's implemented class object. This formula we know that. So based on that, the moment whenever you converted this list into stream, so internally a stream of, I mean internally a stream object means that that object, the class, whatever the object got generated internally, that is implemented from the stream functionality, stream interface. So that's why it can refer by the stream interface. And on top of that, you are making all these operations and you are getting the result. Now let's get same result via stream API point of view. Via stream API point of view. What you have to do? Let's go back to the example. Okay, so now second point of view is using stream API. See, generally, what is the meaning of API, guys? Okay, stream you understood. Now, what is an API? So, as of now, we understood stream. But when it comes to what is an API? Collection API, exception handling API, right? So, we understood already. API is nothing but what? Predefined collection, predefined classes and interfaces. That's all. So that means as part of our stream API, we are already have a lot of predefined classes and interfaces are some of the methods, especially methods I can call. Lot of predefined methods, classes, interfaces point of view, we are already have it. So that's why we are calling it as a stream API. Stream API is nothing but a group of predefined classes and interfaces and internally predefined methods, all these things. Okay, that's why we are calling it as a stream API. Now let's take same thing with respect to stream API and see the difference between the way how we are writing the programming, how it got changed. Okay, so what is the source? All employees is the source. All employees is the source, right? So this is the source. Here you have all employees in this reference level. Okay, let's take source first. So source, and what I said next, you have to convert source to stream. Converting source into stream level. Yeah, okay, let's take this one only, no problem. So source, that means input, collection of source objects, whatever it is. Now what you have to do, you have to make it into stream level. How to do that? So how to convert it into stream is, you already have a predefined methods. Go back to the method called as, see here, what is this method guys? Stream method. So the moment you defined stream method, you called stream on the collection object level. Internally what you are getting, I mean what is the return type? Stream of employee object. Stream of employee object. So that means once you are calling stream method, what it is returning? What it is returning? What is the line of this stream object? So for example, that means, so here I'll take like this, stream of, yeah, import the package, that's most important. And then what elements it is having guys? All employees are having what elements? Employee objects. So stream will also contains only employee objects. So I'll write like this, all employees stream, something like that, all employees stream, all employees stream. So what happened? You converted your source of array list object into stream object by calling stream method. So what is the method you have to utilize here? It is stream method. So by using stream, method we used to, okay, make a stream instance from our source, from our source. Okay, so in this case, source means it might be array list, it might be hash set, it might be tree set, it might be array, it might be array also. From arrays also you can create this stream. So simple group of values, a collection object, a single reference which is pointing to the multiple values. So in such case, generally we can consider it, and from that we can create this stream. Okay, so now what is happened in this case, this two lines point of view? Yeah, this is what happened. So you are created stream API now. So this is how you got stream object. Now what you got stream object. Now what I said, point number one, get stream instance or converted to stream instance, whatever it is. Converted to stream instance. Yes, we did that. What is the second point now? What I said, you have to make operations. Operations means we are already have some predefined set of methods and all. Based on every requirement point of view, we have already a set of predefined methods as part of stream object. So if you go to the stream, yeah. So if you open here, you can see here what are these lot of methods available, right? So empty, find first, for flat map, map, off, pick, skip, sorted. So we have a lot of methods. These are all stream API. This is what I called as stream API. These are all predefined methods you have. So in this case, all match, any match, builder, collect, count, concat, count, distinct, empty, whatever it is. I will come back. Most of the methods we will cover. Filter, find any, find first, flat map, map, for each, generate. So you have a lot of methods as part of stream. So now these methods only we are calling it as operations. So whatever the methods we are seeing here, builder, I mean whatever it is, count, distinct, empty, filter, map, all these things, whatever we are methods we are seeing, by using these methods only, we are making the operations. By using these methods only, we are making operations. Operation 1, operation 2, operation 3, something like that. I mean, we will see that. What is the, in this case, you have to understand pipeline and intermediate operation and all. So simply, I'm saying like operations, right? So how you are making operations on the stream object is, the out of all these methods you will choose one of the method based on your requirement. Based on the requirement point of view, you will choose the existing methods from this list of methods. Okay, so just remember this API document also. Okay, fine. So go through it. Now let's come back and write a basic example first, and then we'll enter into one by one. Okay, so here you understood now. Now this is a stream. So second thing is based on requirement, perform the operation. Operation for filtering. In our case, what is the use case? Filtering the employee objects. Filtering, filtering employee objects in our case. So that means what? Who is having greater than 50K, right? So now on top of stream, what you have to do? You are making some operation. What operation you have to do now? So I mean, what method you have to choose out of all these things? So out of all these things, which method you have to choose? See, whatever the methods you are seeing here right now, same thing available in this here. These are all methods from the stream API. Now, which method you have to choose? So based on your requirement only, it's all about. Okay. So if you see here, all match, leave it. It's not required for that. It's all point of view. Collect is not in this case. So in this case, generally, what is your operation, guys? What is the requirement? employees who is having salary greater than 50k thousand, that data you want. So that means what is the ultimate thing you are doing? Condition. What is the condition? Whose salary is greater than 50k? Those employee objects I want. Those employee objects I want. Whose salary is greater. So that means you are using a condition. Nothing but whenever you have a conditional things, whenever you want to apply conditions, okay, in Stream API we have a method called as filter method. We have a method called as filter method. So what is the filter method is all about? Evaluation, condition evaluation. So a simple point of view, conditions. Whenever you want to define some conditional statements or conditions, okay, we have a method called as filter method in the Stream API. But in this case, filter method internally takes always predicate as an argument. What is that? Predicate as a argument. So filter is a method from the Stream API, and filter is taking an argument of predicate functional interface, an argument of predicate functional interface. Nothing but what you have to do in that case. So first of all, you have to provide predicate implementation, and that implementation we have to pass to filter method. Filter method. This is what you have to do it now. So that's why I said filter, predicate, consumer. These are all knowledge you require. Now see here what I am doing. Okay, now you understood filter method you are going to take. Okay, let's see here. Okay, filter method. Now if you observe filter method, what it is saying, internally it will take predicate. Internally it will take predicate. Internally it will take, okay, no, it's not like that. Yeah, internally it will take predicate, as well as it will return what again? Stream only. Once your filter method is executed after passing predicate, the return type of filter method is what? Stream only. Again stream. The result also again is stream. So what is the meaning of it is, I'll explain. So just concentrate here. So that means first of all what you want, you have to define a predicate. Let's define the predicate first. So what is the predicate point of view? What is the condition? Salary greater than 50,000, right? Let me write down predicate. And in this case, what is the data type? Predicate method. So predicate point of view, what it will take is predicate is all about what method? Return type is always boolean, and test method, as well as it will take one argument always. But result is always boolean result. That is what about predicate, right? Now based on this, let's write the logic. So now in this overall process, what data you are dealing? Employee data, employee type data. Source is having employee type of data. So stream is also having employee type of data. So the moment you are going to filter, data is all about employee type data. So that means I'm going to define predicate with employee, and salary check. I'm writing like salary check predicate. So what I'm doing here, see exactly I written the logic. I written a predicate now. What is the predicate? Employee object whose salary is greater than 50,000. So I written a predicate. I written a condition. Now what I am doing, I am passing that predicate to the filter method. What is that? Predicate salary check. Salary check. The moment you return salary check predicate, what you are getting, what is the return type of filter method, guys? Again, stream API only. Sorry, again stream object only. If you see here, the return type is again stream only. Even though you are calling filter method, the return type is again stream. So here you have two things. These methods, whatever the methods list we saw right now, these all methods, filter, count, list, count, map, okay, the entire all of these methods are categorized into two types of operations. See here the methods itself we are calling it as operations, stream operations, stream API operations. By using stream methods only, We are making nothing but we are calling it as a stream operation. Filter method, filter operation. Simple example point of view. Terminology is that is how people are using, guys. So the method filter method being called as filter operation. So don't think like operation is nothing but something else in this point of view. Operation is nothing but method only. You are calling the method. So tomorrow if I am using map method, that means I will select map operation, mapping operation or map operation, something like that. So operation is nothing but some activity you are performing, but nothing but you are calling a method only. So that means mapping operation, something like that. We will use the terminology in our applications level. Okay. So now this list of operations or this list of methods, whatever you are seeing here, it is they are categorized into two types of two types of two types of operations. Two types of operations. Two types of operations. So what it is? First one is intermediate operation. Intermediate intermediate operations. Second one is terminal operation. So what is the meaning of intermediate? What is the meaning of terminal? Uh, we will discuss more tomorrow because it will go beyond the time. But first we'll make a note here. We are making a note, but exactly what and all we will try to understand tomorrow. Okay. So yeah. So intermediate operations, I'll write a small statement here. It is when we are using intermediate operations on stream result is also a stream. Results also a stream instance. Result also a stream instance. So that means when it comes to terminal operation, I'll give you some points here. You have to remember all these points when you are working with Stream API operations. And practical point of view, we will see more examples tomorrow. N number of examples we'll see tomorrow. When it comes to terminal operation, when we are using in terminal operations on stream, result result is not result is not a stream instance. Result is not a stream instance. That means it means you will get the real type of data. The real type of data. The real type of data means, for example, in this case, what I am expecting the result. If you go this example, I am expecting all employee objects who is having 50,000. For example, as a result, what I will get again the employee objects, a list of employee objects, list of employee object, list of employee objects. Yeah, list of employee objects. So in this case, the result is again array list of employee objects. Now, for example, I given one more requirement from the same point of view. Second use case, please get all employee names whose age is greater than 30. Greater than 30. So what is my requirement in this case? I want from the above collection object only. I want to get all employee names, only names. Understand the requirement. I want only names this time, not entire employee objects. I want only employee names whose age is greater than 30. So that means, for example, three people are there, like assume Dilip, Suresh, Naresh, like that. I got three what only names. Again, what array list of names. array list of names. So that means the input you given in this case array list of employee, array list of employee. But the output you got array list of string, array list of string. One use case. In this case, input also you given array list of employees. Here also you got array list of employee, but some subset of employees, subset of employee objects. But there is no. Now next requirement. Find count of employees whose salary is greater than 50K. So what is the requirement in this case? I want count only count. So I given this array list to you and I'm asking please find count of employees who is having greater than 50K. So that means the input is what? This one. Source is again array list of employee objects. Once the operations are completed, what you're expecting as a result? Integer value. Integer value. So that means in this case, input is array list and you are expecting as a result integer value. So that means sometimes array list of strings, sometimes integer value, sometimes list of objects. So the result is changing based on the requirement point of view. That is what the point I'm trying to say here it is. The moment you are using terminal operations, that means those methods, then only we will get real type of required data, real type of that required data or result data. So what exactly, how exactly it will happen and all, I'll explain this. Now in this case, again, we have to understand one more important concept called as stream pipeline. Stream pipeline. So what is a stream pipeline? I'll explain tomorrow. Leave it. Okay. So we'll just make a note. So by consolidating all these details, we'll prepare a stream pipeline. If you observe the diagram, what you observe now? Stream pipeline. So that means this entire red color level, whatever I highlighted, you are building a stream pipeline. Source converted to stream. On top of stream, you are applying method 1, and that method, intermediate method, if it is intermediate operation type method, again it will return stream. On top of that stream, again you are applying one more method, intermediate method, again you are getting the stream, and finally you are making a terminal operation. Finally you are getting the result of all these operations. You made operation 1, operation 2, operation 3, right? So result of all these operations, intermediate plus terminal operations point of view, whatever the logic you written, whatever the things you are done, that result you will get as output. That result you will get. That result you will get it. So this entire process will be called as stream pipeline. But we will understand. Again, there are some rules you have to remember. Those details I will not discuss tomorrow. More and more we will discuss tomorrow. What difference between intermediate and a terminal? So what are the rules we have to follow when you are using intermediate methods? Like, I mean, there are some rules available. So practical point of view, I will show you everything tomorrow. So one is we can use any number of intermediate operations on a stream. Operations, we can use any number of intermediate operations on stream instance. Okay, so I'll come back all these details. Okay, but when it comes to terminal operation point of view, at a time we can use only one terminal operation. We can use only one terminal operation at a time. Only one. We can use only one terminal operation on stream instance like that at a time. So I'll come back if you are what is the points of using number of intermediate operations and why terminal point of view what why we are using only one. So these are all details. It will take minimum 1 hour of session to understand this entire process or this entire connectivity being called as stream pipeline. So what is the stream pipeline also we will see with respect to practical point of view tomorrow. Now let's see here. First we will finish this example at least as a understanding point of view. Now what will happen, guys? What I said right now, intermediate operations, result is also again what? Again a stream instance. Again a stream instance. So a stream instance will never ever is the result, guys. Okay. So in this case, what you got, filter method is returning again stream only. If you see here, again stream. So that means let's collect again that stream object, stream of what objects it is having internally, employee objects, employee data. So that means employees stream, employee stream whose salary is greater than 50K. Something I'm writing meaning point of view, just like you get a what? Yeah. So this is what you got now. So that means with this line, what happened? Here you have total 10 employee objects overall. First source is 10 employee objects. 10 employee objects. So that means the moment you converted, let's take this into here. See, please understand all these points, guys. It's yeah. Okay. So if you take in this, what's happened here it is the actual all employees point of view, total 10 employees you are having. The count is what? Total 10 employee objects are there. And you converted to stream. So that means in this case, what's happened? That stream, whatever we created, the stream, whatever we created, it will have total stream contains 10 employee objects. That means all objects. For the first time, you just converted to stream. Okay, fine. Now, after that, what we are done, we are calling a predict filter method. But filter internally taking predicate. Predicate means what? A condition. So that condition will return always either true or false. Okay, either true or false. So that means what will happen in this case is, for example, all 10 employee objects, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, all are employee objects. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 employee objects. Okay. Now, the moment you applied the filter method on the stream, what method you applied? Filter. Filter method we applied. Okay. The moment you applied filter, internal it is taking what? Predicate. Internal it is taking predicate, right? So predicate for, we written a predicate like here. Predicate means a lambda expression we implemented, like whose salary is greater than 50,000, like that. We are already implemented a predicate. Now that predicate I'm passing here, salary check predicate, like that. So that's salary check predicate I am passing to the filter method on this original stream object level. Now what it will do internally is, the moment you are calling filter method with respect to filter check, what it will do is, it will start applying this predicate to all employee objects in the stream, the stream level. So whenever it is starting salary check predicate on all employee objects, like whose salary is greater than 50,000, in this case, what will happen is, assume it's not qualified. Like salary is 40,000, salary is 25,000, salary is 60,000. Yes, collected. Salary is 51,000. Yes. Salary is 52,000. Okay. Salary is 40,000. No. Salary is, assume this employee object salary is 35,000. No. This employee salary object is 60,000. Yes. This employee salary is 40,000. So less than, so not selected. This employee salary is 52,000 selected. So that means total how many got selected in this case is 1. Okay, so total in this case, how many you got is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that means what will happen again here, it is one more stream object got created, right? The filter method return type is what? Stream only. If you observe here, this is the stream. You got this stream again, right? Yeah, this is the stream again you got. Now in this case, this stream will contain all 10 employee objects? No, it will not contain all 10 employee objects. It is a filtered stream. It is a filtered stream. Nothing but. So the values whatever satisfied based on the predicate point, I mean the objects, those are coming into this picture. Only those. So you're filtering that based on the predicate point of view, whatever the employee objects are matching, that stream point of view, you will get all the 5 objects here. So now what happened? By the time this line is executed, how many employee objects available inside the newly created stream 5 you have? Original 10, but after predicate filter you applied, total 5 employee objects got selected based on the predicate functionality, and again a stream is created. But a stream cannot be a result. You can't, okay, a stream will never ever be a result. So to from that stream, you have to convert that stream into a result. So that means what I said here it is. So you have to apply, you have to convert this stream into a real result. Okay, a real result. So that means again, my point of view, I want again array list of employee objects only. But that new this the stream whatever newly created, I want to convert it into array list. I want to convert it into array list. So that means in this case, whenever you want to make sure, whenever you want to make a final result, you have to call the terminal method. You have to call the terminal operation. So this details I'll explain tomorrow, guys. Continuation to this. What is a terminal? If you are not calling terminal operation, what will happen and all? I'll explain tomorrow. Okay, I can't explain you right now. We are going beyond the time. So I'll utilize this diagram. Let me save it first. Let me save it first. See, it's all explanation you have to understand. Lot of interview questions will come from all this. What is the difference between terminal? What is the difference filter? I mean, uh, uh, terminal intermediate methods. How can we how can we connect between terminal to stream API? Can I use more terminal methods? Can I use more filter methods? If I'm not using terminal, what will happen? So these are all so many things will come from this. What is a stream pipeline? So this whatever we are discussing, it is all about whatever we are forming is a stream pipeline. I'll explain that tomorrow. Now let's finish this example on high level. Okay, now what? Filter. But again, what you got? Stream only. But a stream should not be a result. A stream will not be a result again. You want ultimately what? Array list of objects. Okay, array list of objects. So that means what you have to do? Take the new stream again from filtered stream, convert to result. Convert to result. Right? So that means dot. I have some methods. I'll explain these methods tomorrow. To list method. Then automatically what it will return is array list of employees employees with 50k salary or greater than 50k salary, whatever it is, or result employees, final employees, whatever it is, result employees, like that. Okay, you can take list also, no problem. They are returning into list format, interface point of view. Okay, finally you got what? List. Now you can, that's all. So sys out of, even you can use one more method also here. I'll explain that tomorrow. Result dot for each method. What is a for each method and all I'll explain tomorrow. Okay, lambda expression. In this case, for each method also taking a supplier lambda expression, not supplier. For each is taking what? Consumer. So for each method from the list interface, we have a method called as for each method. It is taking consumer. So let me execute this example now. See here. See what happened? Yeah, this list you have to observe. Okay, let's write that one also. Yeah, if you see here, again, same information only you got employee 2, employee 4, employee 5, employee 7, 8, 10, right? So this is the above approach is old approach. Second approach is via stream API approach. Via stream API approach. Finally, you got the same result only. Finally, you got the same result. But the above approach is it's all about iterating directly on the collection and all. But here you are converting collection into stream, and on top of that stream you are applying some okay methods, and finally you are based on that methods you will get the filtered streams. So it is a filtered stream. So that's what, if you go to this diagram, it's a filtered stream, and from that filtered stream you are applying terminal means what? Terminating the stream. So then you will get the result like that. I'll explain these things tomorrow. Now for example, the same thing how I am writing, see here guys, the I written almost 3 4 lines of logic, right? Let's see, I am going to write same thing in shortcut point of view. In one line I can write above one, the entire thing I am writing in one line. See here, what is the my source? All employees, right? All employees is the source dot stream dot filter dot employee object hyphen e dot get salary greater than 50,000, and then yeah, for each e dot, sorry, not e dot, e hyphen system dot out dot println of e, or something I can take emp, whatever it is. Okay, so see here, one line I written, this 4 5 lines I written into one line guys. You will come back tomorrow, we will understand all these things using stream API, but just like a pipeline. I made a pipeline. You know the meaning of pipeline, right? Just attaching one by one point of view, whatever it is. So see here, see, whatever the result you got here, same result I also got here. But the entire thing I written in one line. Filter predicate. So it's a predicate implementation. So you written individually and you pass the predicate name. Instead of that, what you can do, you are directly passing this here. So now understand the importance of stream API. You written earlier these many lines of logic, and here you written everything into one line. Actually, not this one also. If you want to list, two list, then colon, you got list of employee objects done. See, one line you got all the data within one line. This entire story of old approach, previous approach came into one line. So here filter is a intermediate operation, toList is a terminal operation. That means intermediate method, terminal method point of view. We will discuss. If you are not calling terminal, what will happen? How many terminal methods you can call? How many how many intermediate methods we can call on a stream pipeline? So these are all details. These are all rules we will discuss in tomorrow's session. So my suggestion is today what you have to be prepared for tomorrow's session is please go through the consumers, predicates, supplier, function, and its lambda expressions. Please practice one more time. That is what only more and more you are going to use in stream API. This and all small rules you can remember easily, theory point of view. But this theory point of view, the moment I mentioned filter method, it internally using what? Predicate. The moment I mentioned for each method, internally using what's consumer. The moment tomorrow if I am introducing map method, internally it will use function method. So like that, you should know internally what functional interface is being used, and based on that you have to write lambda expressions based on your requirement point of view. Now here what I implemented, predicate. I observed in interviews with my experience, I'm telling you guys, even experienced people also, not even freshers, 4 to 5 years of experienced people also, sometimes the moment I'm asking a question like, what is the filter method? Can you explain in this stream API? This is what I'm asking intentionally. Filter method in stream API. So everybody is saying like, okay, we will call stream dot filter some hyphen symbol and all. But so many people are failing like saying like filter method is a intermediate method, or it's not my case. What that is what not I'm expecting. So many people are forgetting like filter method argument is what? Is it a function? Is it a consumer? Is it a supplier? Is it a predicate? 50 more than 50 percentage of people saying wrong answers. They are saying like it is taking supplier, it is taking consumer, it is taking function. Very rare case, very few people are saying like predicate, it is taking predicate like that. So that level you have to get the knowledge. So see, by seeing this line you can't say with your eyes, by seeing this line you can't say whether it is a predicate or functional interface. By seeing this, if I am giving like this, if I am asking here what you have to pass, predicate, function, supplier, consumer. If you don't know what is the predicate, if you don't know what is the function, if you don't know what is the supplier, consumer, the differences between these four, then you can't answer your question, this question. And not only answering, this is the real time programming. Then how will you make the programming? So that's why my suggestion is just go through this session and go back to the consumer, supplier, predicate, and that four functional interfaces. Practice thoroughly those four. If you are good with those four, then you are done very easily. So see, tomorrow if I am using map method, what map is taking function? So like that. So we have huge dependency from those four interfaces. Just go through it. And we'll continue from here tomorrow. So it will take another 2-3 classes, Stream API, no problem. But these are all rules you have to remember, and these are all things you have to understand in a practical point of view. Okay, so that's all for today. If you have any doubts,